Hey, welcome back to the Because I Love You podcast, where I tell you everything a best friend should because I love you. It's been a fucking hot minute since we've done a manifestation girly video. Okay, we are due. I often forget that my little channel kind of blew up because of the manifestation talk, and I'm like, we are due for a refresher. I gotta make sure the girls are getting what they need and getting out of their own way. Okay, listen, I feel like the older I get, the more I realize how less is so much more when you're trying to manifest something. Okay, so I got some mistakes that I've personally been making, and I've had to kind of reverse it, go back to the basics a little bit, and do less. Honestly, just stop doing the fucking most. Okay. You probably have your manifestations going. You have things you want to do. At the end of this video, seriously, I want you to put this into action. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little homework assignment with this one because I know it's gonna work for you. I've recently had some breakthroughs, and honestly, they happened when I stopped giving a fuck. That's usually how it works. I mean, think about it though. When you have that one like toxic ex and you're like thinking about them, they don't hit you up. The second you're having fun, not thinking about them, you get the where you at text. I'm not saying the universe is a toxic ex, but I'm saying it kind of correlates, okay? There is literally some energetic release when you do that, and it sends off the spidey senses like, oh, she's having fun. Bet. But let's think about it in a positive way. Same thing, different font. Instead of a toxic ex, you get a blessing. I understand the principles of what to do to get my manifestations, but like anyone, I forget. I get caught up in the game. I get caught up in life. And sometimes I be forgetting. So I'm gonna tell you the most common mistakes that your girl will be making, okay? But before we do that, I want to remind you, in another video that I had, we did a little analogy, and it was called like the drive-thru analogy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you a quick refresher because this needs to be at the forefront of your manifestation. Okay, when you're manifesting something and you're like, hey universe, I want XYZ, what do you do after that? If you are sitting over here stressing, depressing, like messing, like if you're doing the absolute most, you're pushing the thing away. You're pushing it away. You're causing your own resistance. Why are you doing it? So here's what you're going to do instead. Think about times when you've gone through a drive-thru. Okay, so let's say we go to Chick-fil-A. We order a number one extra pickles. Love that for us. With a diet lemonade, especially at Chick-fil-A, you know they got you. They gonna have the Chick-fil-A sauce, everything you asked for. You know your order is gonna be clean, okay? So after you place your order, they give you the my pleasure. You drive forward. What are you doing in your car after that? What are you doing? Are you sitting there rocking back and forth like, oh my god, I hope I get my sandwich. Are you sitting there? Are you panicking? No, the fuck you're not. You're probably scrolling on your phone, la-di-da. You're just in the car. You're driving forward, okay? Because what? You know that the thing that you want is about to be hand delivered to you once you get to the right destination. So there's no reason for you to be stressed and depressed. Now, that feeling of placing your order and being like, cool, I'm about to be eating good. That feeling, I want you to think about it right now. Close your eyes. Close your damn eyes. Think about the feeling of immediately putting your order in, and then what do you feel? You kind of excited? You hungry? Okay, hold it. You got it? Great. That is what you need to be feeling after you place your order in the universal drive-thru. Okay? Clap if you love a universal drive-thru. We love that. But the thing is, you guys love to be in your own way. You're little control freaks, and the universe is sitting here like, can you stop? Can you just relax? You are literally on this earth to kiki and have fun. And I know capitalism and shit and paying your bills might make that a little hard to do. I get it. But I want you to fight tooth and nail to have fun in this life because you only got one. And guess what? Not to be morbid, but we all gonna end up in the ground, okay? So have some fun, because when you're having fun and you're excited, you are attracting the things you want. We talk about this all the time. It's really not that deep. Less is more, okay? So this is the feeling you need to have. This is the first step. Now, let's get into the actual mistakes here. You spend too much time trying to figure out the how. How am I going to do this? How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to get my bills paid? How? And that how energy is low vibe, because 9 times out of 10, your how energy is probably rooted in fear. You do not want to do anything in fear, okay? Because that means you're not trusting the universe. That is causing resistance. Anything that is low vibrational is going to cause resistance. We want to keep it high vibe. We want to have fun. We want to kiki. We want to be excited. The last thing we want to do is worry and fear. And I understand that's hard. It requires so much faith. It requires so much trust and allowing that it's just going to work out. You don't know how, but it's going to work out. When you're so stuck on the how it's going to happen, you end up trying to control the situation too much. Okay, now let's go back to the drive-thru scenario. When you put your order in at Chick-fil-A or wherever, are you sitting there wondering how they're putting your food together? No, you just know that they're doing their job and your job is to just drive forward. So I want you to take that same concept with you out into the real world, that you don't need to be worrying about all the minute details. You need to be following the feeling of fun. And I know that's like cliche, but when you're having fun, that is your sign. Our emotions are constantly guiding us. Our emotions are constantly the gauge, just like a gas meter in a car. Your emotions are there to tell you where you are energetically. So if you fall on the end of feeling anxious, trying to control things, you're frustrated, you're depressed, okay, there might be some resistance here. There's something you're not quite in alignment, and that's not an opportunity to get upset. That's something you should be incredibly grateful for, because it's just a sign that we need to do some pivoting. But you don't need to worry about the how, because here's the thing. When something is meant for you, it does not matter if you take a wrong turn. It does not matter if you accidentally do something wrong. All paths lead to success. All paths. There's a million routes to get to where you want to be. And if you would just let go and let it happen, you're going to end up there regardless, because what's meant for you will find you. So I need you to pull back out of this desperate energy, this anxious energy of trying to control the situation, because regardless of how you get there, you will get there. And that's something that you have to believe, that every step you take is getting you closer. Even if it was a wrong turn, it's only making you go closer. I love the phrase that this person used when I was talking to them. We were talking about Facebook ads, because I was looking into that for another project that I'm doing. And she was kind of teaching me about like how it works. And one thing that she said that I really liked is, so with Facebook ads, the thing we want to do is we want to fail fast, so we can figure out what doesn't work. Anytime things seem to not be going your way, this is good. This is still good for you, because you're seeing what doesn't work. You're getting closer to what does work. So you got to get out of this perfectionist mindset that everything's going to happen so seamlessly, because it's going to be messy. It might be messy, and that's okay. But you need to tell yourself, we are one step closer to the destination, regardless of how this goes. So the how is not really your problem. You feel me? It's really not your problem, because if you relax, you will intuitively know where to go. If you allow yourself to hear your intuition and to be guided, you'll get all the answers. But you gotta step out of that low vibrational energy of, oh my God, I don't know what to do. How am I gonna get this and that? No. Chill. Another thing you guys are doing, and I know it because I am notorious for being an impulsive ass bitch, okay? I want what I want when I want it, and I hate that about myself. I really do. I hate it so much, because I will convince myself that something's not working out because it didn't happen on my watch. Clap if you're impatient. I want to tell you about a time that time didn't feel like it was on my side. Oh, but it was. There's like a certain amount of money that I typically make as an influencer per month, okay? X amount of dollars. So once upon a time, there was a period where I wouldn't even come close to that. And I was like, what is going on? What's going on? I'm trying to chill about it. Like, I'm trying not to be impulsive or anything. And I'm like, but I don't understand. I'm doing what I've been doing. I feel like I'm in a good headspace. I don't feel like I'm acting like I'm in a low vibrational type of energy. Like, where's my bag? I'm self-employed. So that's kind of scary when things shift like that, because who gonna pay my bills? Nobody. So I was just like, really starting to get a little bit stressed out. And I kind of found myself getting mad at the universe. Like, why are you playing in my face? Like, honestly, the fuck? I put in so much work. Like, I really was getting upset about it. I'm like, I don't get what's going on here. Like, what's the lesson? Okay, I think I've learned enough. When I tell you, not making more money was actually a huge blessing in disguise. I had no idea. So I'm sitting here folding my arms, pouting, being all mad about not making the money I'm used to making. I see see a significant decrease and I'm pissed off. Come to find out, my CPA was fucking around. On the back end of things, behind the scenes, my finances were not organized. I did not have the right people helping me manage my money. What I saw as the universe playing in my face and withholding my money was actually a huge blessing in disguise and a form of protection. And I'll tell you why. Because had I made more money, 100% my taxes were not being filed correctly with the help of this CPA in particular. They were going to have me in trouble with Uncle Sam. I don't have time for that. And I was working with other people that just did not have my best interest. And they were kind of like taking all my money and not in the best way. I'm just going to leave it at that. My finances were not on a solid foundation. And the last thing you want to do, besties, when you start to make money that you want to make, you want to have your finances organized and in order. Okay, if you want a video on finances, we can do that. Comment down below. But you want to make sure you have your ducks in a row. One, so you're keeping tabs on where your money's going, because some people out here will be doing stuff with your money you have no idea. Make sure you understand what's going on with your money. Make sure you're checking all the right boxes. You're doing your taxes like you should. You got to stay on top of things, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But what came out was behind the scenes, it was a mess. It was a mess. So I had to completely get rid of the people who were helping me with my money and hire all new people. I had to get a new CPA. I had to get a new financial advisor, everything. And it can take a while to kind of get resituated with new CPAs and new advisors, because there's a lot of information that they're gonna need, a lot of documents that you have to like kind of get organized, and a lot of things you have to get set up. But we were finally making the right steps to have everything organized. So it just took a little bit of time. It took a few months for us to like get it all sorted and get it together. But when I tell you, once we did, that amount of money that I was wanting to make, I immediately made triple that number that I was used to making and wasn't making. Then I made triple. Do you hear me? So sometimes it's not an attack on you. 9 times out of 10, it's never an attack on you. Maybe 10 times out of 10. You're going to receive what you want when you're ready. Sometimes you're going to have to blue skidoo and figure out what's the block. Is the block within you, or is it around you? Why is there resistance in this area? That's for you to figure out. And so for me, I had no idea. Like, to be honest with you, there's a huge learning curve with being an entrepreneur, managing your finances, especially if you don't have a business background. I don't have no business background. I literally studied psychology in college. The fuck? I don't know how to manage anybody's business. I just had to kind of figure it out along the way. So that does mean I'm going to have some hiccups in the road. Absolutely. But we're going to figure it out, because one thing I know is I have an incredible spirit team. I have a lot of faith. And I make space for the universe to guide me, and I try to sit back. But I'm a control freak, so sometimes I catch myself doing the most, and that's what I have to work on. So all you type A control freaks, sit the fuck down. It's all working out for you if you would just get out of the way with love and light, respectfully. So yeah, with my personal situation, my finances, there was like a money block, because I did not need to be making more money with the people who were managing my money. They didn't have my best interest, and I didn't understand that. Not all business is good business. You have to pay attention and listen to your gut when things feel weird. If you don't understand something that someone's trying to like make you do, don't do it. So now we're on the right track, and it feels like I am just receiving more of the things easily that I ask for. So long story short, you need to stop worrying about the time, because when you're focused on this happening by X date, some of you are a little too impatient to be making timeline goals like that. And I say it's fine to like be specific about a time period that you want, but if it's going to push you in the direction of stressing and worrying, you need to go ahead and take the time limit off. And what helps me, what brings me peace, is knowing that I'm going to get the thing I want no matter what, but it's going to happen at the perfect time, when I'm ready to receive it, when everything in my life is aligned and ready for that. Even when it comes to like getting a house, like I wanted a house like probably a year before this. When we moved to Texas, I would have preferred to live in a house, right? But again, not good timing. In the couple years that we've been in Texas, I've had the opportunity to, one, get better with my finances. And, you know, I might have thought I was ready for a house, but now I know I'm ready for a house. And sure enough, getting a house was the most seamless process, because it was time. It was my time. We found the perfect house. We found the perfect team of people. Everything just kind of fell into place. And that, I feel like, is one of the biggest signs that you're moving in the right direction. When you're trying to do something and it's just like resistance and it feels like it's so complicated and you're like forcing it to work, that's not it. You don't want anything to work out in that kind of energy. You want flow, not force. And we've talked about this before, but you got to get in flow. And when things just kind of fall into your lap, that's a good sign. You don't need to be chasing, you attract. You are the prize, my bestie. So there's no reason for you to be stressing and trying to make things happen for you in the exact way that you want it to. What if it was going to happen better? Like that's how the house worked out for us. You know, a couple years ago, if we were looking for a house, there would have been no way we'd be getting the house we're getting right now. There would have been no way. Initially, when we started our house hunting process, I was like, oh, I'll just be happy if we have, you know, a master bedroom, 2 other bedrooms, and a nice yard for Bubby. That was like kind of my basic thing. Y'all, when I tell you the universe said, hold my drink, this bitch is getting way more than that. I was shocked. We got a steal on the house that we are getting because one, we just got in the neighborhood that we picked at the best time when there was still like a lot of lots available. So we got a really good price on it. Divine timing, just everything was perfectly timed. I don't even know how else to put it. And that's just what you have to be open and receptive to. I wanted truly just the basics of a house. Y'all, when I tell you we're getting 4 bedrooms, a yard that I can't even explain to you is like more yard than I would ever even ask for. Seriously, we have a game room. I was like, that definitely wasn't on my list, but thank you. It's just like way, way more than I was even asking for. Truly, it is such a blessing. And it's because I got out of my own way. And one thing I always say is like, you know, I'll pray for the thing that I want and I'll end it with this or something better. This or something better. I ain't gonna limit myself here. If you wanna flex and do a little bit more, I'm open and receptive to that. And so you'll be so surprised at how it really just works out for you. I hope that you're still watching in this point of the video because what I'm about to tell you is the most important part of attracting your manifestations and becoming so magnetic. I'm telling you, watch this. It is going to speed your shit up. When we manifest something, hey, Bubby. So when we're manifesting things, oftentimes it's not the thing that you want. It is some emotion that you've tied to the thing. So say you want more money. Is it really just more money you want, or do you want freedom in your life? Is it really just more money, or is it a feeling of security and safety that you want? When you are manifesting something, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what do you want to feel with the thing you're manifesting? You want to channel that feeling right now. Create that feeling right now. If we're talking manifestation, we got to talk about quantum physics. There is a version of you in the quantum realm that already has the thing that you want. It's your job to just connect on a spiritual level with that version of who you are. This might be too woo-woo for y'all, but y'all, look, keep up. Feel the feeling today, right now. So if you want money and security, even if you just do a 5-minute meditation where you sit and you try to feel secure and safe right now, girl, buckle up, because you're going to get what you want really fast. The more that you can hold the feeling, I've noticed it just speeds things up. Okay. It is rarely the thing that you want, and 9 times out of 10, it is the feeling you want. It also just leaves room for you to get even better than the thing you're trying to manifest when you focus on the feeling rather than the thing. It's just what I've noticed. So manifest feelings over material things and experiences, and then all that will just come as like a side dish. So if you get to the feeling first, say it's money, you're trying to get more money so you can be more stable and secure. If you can feel stable and secure right now, you will become a magnet to stability and security. Does that make sense? Because like attracts like. So if you can feel secure and stable right now, you will naturally attract stable and secure experiences and things that make you feel that. But you have to get there now. Then you'll be magnetic to the things that make you feel stable and secure. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, now let's do a little recap on the things that we've talked about. You're going to remember your drive-thru analogy. You're going to hold on to the feeling of knowing your universal order is coming. Okay, you're going to stop worrying about the how, and you're going to focus on having fun on the journey to the thing that you want. You're going to have fun. You're going to feel good because that makes you very magnetic. You're going to stop worrying about time because that's none of your business. Your business is just have fun and know that it's going to happen in the perfect time. And you don't want to get your manifestations at the wrong time. You don't. And then you are going to focus on attracting the feeling, not so much the thing. Meditate for 5 minutes a day. Sit with the feeling that you want to have with said desire, manifestation. Just 5 minutes a day. Hold it. Hold it, become it, and watch what happens. You can even start with something like low key, like just manifest a parking spot, manifest a coffee. If you're manifesting a parking spot, what's the feeling of finding a parking spot in a crowded parking lot? Probably a relief. You're like, yes, finally. Okay, hold that feeling. Just go practice finding a parking spot just so you can get good, build the muscle of like attracting things. Okay, the other thing you're gonna do, manifest a coffee from a friend. What would you feel if someone came to you right now and was like, hey, I got your favorite drink? What would you feel? Maybe a little happy, a little excited, like, oh, thank you for thinking of me. Like you might feel like people care about you. Hold that feeling now. Watch what happens. Somebody might bless you with a surprise. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all, I'm excited for you to start working on the things you want to get. This is your little 2024 manifestation refresher. Okay, we have a lot of big things coming. I'm manifesting some big things this year, and baby, let me tell you, they already coming to me. They're in the works. Just wait. We got another video coming about my own manifestations. So in the comments, if you feel safe to do so, which you should, because this is the besties community, like we don't do nasty energy here, drop something in the comments that you're trying to manifest, that you want to attract in 2024. It's also just reaffirming to type things out, write them out, put it out into the universe. Speak the shit that you want. Say it out loud. If you have a friend that you trust in your life, like I love to just talk about, me and AJ just go back and forth sometimes about things we're gonna do. When you say it out loud, girl, you doing magic over there. So I don't play with my words. I told y'all, words are spells. You be careful with your mouth. Don't say, I can't do this. Nope. Yes, you can. Even if you don't believe it, you better speak the things that you want to be because your words are truth. So type down below, what are you manifesting? Not what you want to manifest, what you hope to manifest. No, what are you manifesting in 2024? I want to see that. And then you can come back to this video and be like, bitch, I did it. Period. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. If you liked this, please give it a like, comment, share, all the things. It really helps the podcast grow, and it's a free way that you could just support the Because I Love You podcast. Really appreciate it. Without further ado, I will see you guys next week.